Hi, this is Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com, and this is a futures trading tutorial gold. So gold reacts to the US dollar, which reacts to Fed. Fed once a month is always a big reaction on gold. But for me, it's not to trade that initial reaction. Wait for the dust to settle and then trade the aftermath is a more prudent strategy and a more predictable strategy. So this was yesterday. And I want to go through using the xBratAlgo for the signal, the BIAS Depth Heatmap for the confirmation, and the manager for managing the trade. It's something I've made hundreds of videos of these because the rules still stay the same. But if I keep repeating them under different circumstances, you guys will learn how to use these indicators to trade well. So it doesn't take the brains of a rocket scientist to figure out that this parabolic move is a reaction to the Fed. The aftermath of this is we come down, we get no signals, but we initially find a support here. We pivot support here, but when we look left, pivot resistance. We look further left, pivot support, pivot support. That gives us a strong support and resistance zone. It helps us frame the chart. Time moves on. This is where the interesting bit comes now, is that we have a 4-star sales signal on the xBratAlgo. At this point, we don't short into support, so anything below there would be good. 1677.2, for example. We then get a 5-star sales signal, so the momentum's building to the downside, so we've gone 4-star to 5-star. Again, we're still in that support, but we're trying to push down. Then we get another candle before the 6-star, higher than average volume, a nice red candle there pushing down. Then we get a 6-star sell signal. 6-star sell signal. Now we look down on the BIAS Depth Heatmap. If I go to the settings here, you can see I've got scalping, day trading, and swing trading, all 3 heat maps on this one chart. Just about all red. So on scalping, swing trading, and day trading, we have basically a bias of bearish. We're 6 time frames on each, so 18 time frames are saying this is going down. So that's your confirmation on the BIAS Depth Heatmap. We go short at this point here. The ribbon for the manager is already red. Okay. We're on aggressive, day trading aggressive on the manager. There you see the top left, the setting. So the thing here is to manage the trade. When we get little pullbacks like this and we push down again and breach there, we just adjust the stop just above the pivot. We come down, we just keep coming down. We keep coming down here. Really, really, really strong. We do get a pullback at this point. We get a higher than average volume bullish candle here, which is green. So it's got more volume than this previous candle, which is grey. So this is a time to think, should be getting out very soon. But then we get an indecision doji with higher than average volume. We get a higher than average volume up candle again, but then these blue dots underneath, lower than average volume. So we're now going sideways. We've got a good spot now after this pivot to be really aggressive with our trailing stop in case it comes back up again. However, the ribbon turns green at this point. Now, the ribbon is 4 candles in advance. So if I take you to where we are live now, you can see the ribbon is advanced by 4 candles. So the actual, where we actually got out, where that changed, would go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's this candle here. That is where we took the profit manually. We just flattened the trade because we turned green on the ribbon there. So this trade's around about 100 ticks, I think, something like that. So we are 98 ticks, so almost $1,000 for one contract on gold there. The main thing for me is when you're using these xBrat indicators, we really do believe that we've got great signals from the xBratAlgo and other signal generators like the harmonics, the Elliott wave, the breakout, the roller coaster, the bits, but you really do need the confirmation from the BIAS Depth Heatmap. and then you need to manage the trade. It's all about the steps: signal, confirmation. Then you've got to do your own due diligence. You've got to look at these support and resistance zones, figure out then your entry strategy, then your trade management strategy. You come back to the manager. It's just like having me sitting right next to you, telling you to stay in the trade. Don't panic on these little pullbacks. Don't panic. Now's the time to get out, take the maximum profit. So very, very simple strategy, and I keep making these videos. Again, this was a different type of market condition. Don't try and trade that Fed reaction, trade the aftermath. When we start to recover back towards where we were before all of that volatility started because of the Fed reaction there. And the links down below in the video for the xBratAlgo, the manager, and the BIAS Depth Heatmap. There is a deal right now. The xBratAlgo and the manager together is called the Cradle to Grave xBratAlgo, and there is a discount if you buy that Cradle to Grave bundle and then just add on that heat map. So I'll put those links down below. Very, very simple strategy and easy to follow. Just follow the rules.